Grow My Cleaning Company teaches owners of cleaning companies just like you how to grow your company, make more money, and finally take charge of your financial future and your life. This podcast is about automating and creating systems that give you time and money freedom so you can grow like crazy without losing control. Since this is totally free, if you're getting tons of value, want to support us, and make sure that you get more of the good stuff, subscribe, rate, and review to this podcast today. Now, on to the show. Hey, everybody. Welcome. So excited to have you here. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, I got to get comfortable in my wife bought me a fancy chair because I was sweating in my old leather one that got all stinky and gross, and I know that you guys are really concerned and interested in my seating arrangement. So anyway, had to make sure I filled everyone in. All right. If you are here for hot chair talk, that portion of the broadcast is over. If you are here because you want to know why your cleaning company website isn't working and what to do about it, you are in the right spot. We're going to jump into that. Vanita Johnson in the house. So glad to have you, sister. Jolu, of course. Hola. Que pasa, mi amigo? I think Natalie's going to email you back, by the way, Jolu. We have gotten your email. We've just been lazy and loserish, but glad to see you, buddy. She's going to email you and get you on the calendar. All right, we are going to jump into why your cleaning company website isn't working and what to do about it. I always feel bad starting right away because so many people, hey, Jason Johnson, I am so excited to have you here. Jason is one of our Millionaire Mastermind members, and he is doing some lives, and I always miss them. I catch the replays, but I miss the live. So one of these days, Jason, I'm going to be on your live. I can't wait to see it. You just always do it when I have appointments, which makes me nuts. So if you could schedule your live broadcast around my schedule, Jason, that'd be really convenient. Thank you. Denise Considine Christopher. That's really hard to say. I'm just going to call you Denise. Says hello. Karen Coy in the house. Hello. One of my good friends, Mike's last name is Coy, but he's not married to a Karen. So I like you 12% better, Karen, because you share my friend Mike's last name. Carlos Pelez, amigos. Good to have you. Jennifer Vint. Hey, from Delaware. Love our East Coast friends. Good Lord, we're going to spend the first 42 minutes saying hello. So I hate not jumping in right away because I want to honor the people that are here on time, but I also hate starting right away and then the people that come in miss. So we said hello. We're going to talk websites. The problem so many of you are sharing with me is you have a website or sometimes you don't have a website. Either way, it's not bringing in the customers or making the phone ring, or if it does make the phone ring or bring in the customers, it's not bringing in the right customers. Efren says, hi, Campions. Campions say, hi, Efren. Tammy Sellers says, hey, y'all. Good to have you. I love checking with you. We have just the coolest people in the world. I love that we get to just say hello to the community. For 10 minutes because Karen says only 12%. Well, to be fair, you're not married to Mike Coy, hopefully, because his wife would be pissed. But, so I think 12% is fair. Ricardo says hello. Claudette, Rob, Ross says hey from New York. Say, we got nothing but East Coast coming on. Ralph and Gina Rangel say hello. I think it's another East Coast friends. If I'm remembering right, they are our live attendees who I thought were super cool. Not anymore, though. You guys are dead to me. No, just kidding, guys. All right. I'm going to go take 2 or 3. Hello, TJ. TJ, I think, is fighting Jolu for most faithful on these things. I think Jolu still got him beat. But, hey, Karen's from Cali, so we do have some West Coast action going on. All right. So we are here for if you have a website or you don't, but it's not bringing the customers that you want, either in quantity or quality or both. We are going to talk about that today. One of the big problems is it can kill your ability to scale. It's frustrating because everybody's like, oh, I need a website. I got to have a website. But then they get a website and they're like, got a website. And then they don't track or they don't get any leads. And then they're like, I don't know what they are, but they're like, I got my website, so I'm good to go. You guys, first and foremost, we got to start. And by the way, hello, Ricardo. Good to have a Canadian. I usually make fun of Canadians just because I'm a terrible human being. But I don't know. Today I'm feeling making fun of Canadians. So this is the one broadcast we're going to do where we're going to honor and respect all of our Canadian brothers and sisters. It'll never happen again. So enjoy it while it lasts, Ricardo. Glad to have you on. So yeah, first and foremost, we've got to get out of that whole mindset of I've got a website, so I'm good, and go, why? What is the point of my website, right? Certainly we don't want, you're like, well, if people Google us to have nothing, but more importantly, I want the phone to ring, right? If I've got a website that people are like, oh, I've got a website, check that box, but the phone doesn't ring, customers don't come, it doesn't help me serve my community, it's not working. So we want to make sure not only do we just have a website, but it's actually getting us the results that we want. And certainly, oh, by the way, I hate to even have to say this, but I've heard it too many times. so many times I hear owners go, I've got a Facebook page. I've got a Facebook page. The reality is we're not in business to get Facebook traffic, right? We need to focus on creating tools to get the right customers to come to us. So just because Ricardo accepts my olive branch to Team Canada, thank you, Ricardo. You are a Canadian and a gentleman. Appreciate you, brother. So anyway, we want to make sure that we've got scalable, repeatable, dependable traffic sources. So many of you guys are all about word of mouth, which is great. I love word of mouth. The problem is it's not scalable. It's kind of repeatable, but it's just not dependable. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Sometimes we get the right customer, sometimes we don't. So that's a great piece to have in your kind of tool bag, but you don't want it to be your only tool. Same with the website. So many people are like, I've got a website, I'm good to go. It's like, well, are you getting the leads that you need on a consistent basis from a diverse source set of sources? If yes, then I guess you are good. But if you're like, nope, just for my website, I'm crushing it on Google, which is great, but Google is very finicky, and Google might love you today and hate you tomorrow, right? Some other SEO rock star might come in and start competing with you tomorrow. So again, we want to make sure whether it's word of mouth or websites or SEO or paid traffic or whatever we're doing, one is the worst numbered marketing. We want to make sure to the best of our ability, we don't. First of all, we do want to have at least one funnel, right? So many people have none. They're like, I don't know how my customers come in. They randomly show up, and I can't do it on purpose or repeat it. So that's no good. So it's a huge win to go from 0 to 1 good marketing funnel. But when possible, and it's always possible, we want to diversify that so we've got several sales funnels that are working and bringing us in leads. Okay, so again, I guess the summary of everything we got so far is we want to make sure we've got we want to have funnels that work that actually bring us customers. We want to make sure we're clear on why the website exists, and it's not just to have a website. So when someone Googles you, there's something, right? With a phone number, you want to make sure it's actually bringing you leads, and we want to make sure that we have assets that are owned, not just on Facebook, right? Like I've got a podcast that's on iTunes and Spotify and all that crap, but it's daggum well on my website too, so we kind of own that content. As we go forward, we should acknowledge the beautiful woman to my virtual right, my lovely bride, Natalie, who I made fun of because her hair was down and it was over her headphones and it looked funny. So she put it up because she's self-conscious and I'm a terrible husband. What's shaking, baby? What words of wisdom do you have for the group for Cleaning Nation on websites before I keep going?
I think a lot of people that I talk with have kind of like that technology anxiety. It's something that's overwhelming and scary, and they have a misconception that a website can cost thousands and thousands of dollars, which it can if you want it to look pretty and you want it to look perfect. But just because it's pretty and perfect doesn't mean it actually brings clients in. So that need to make it look amazing is not really going to serve you well, and the cost that it is associated with it also isn't going to serve you well. There's really actually some pretty cost-effective ways that you can actually even do it yourself that are user-friendly, and you don't have to stick your head in the sand or kind of put it off because you're like, I don't have the funds or the time or the energy to deal with it right now. You can't afford not to. So I'm really excited to talk about how to make that website work for you, and kind of some options on how to do it yourself.
Yeah, and that brings up something really important. So many people are so into the looks, and I don't know that it costs it. Hey, Luciana Terrio. Sounds like Lucy Ontario. It's actually Luciana Terrio. It doesn't cost much extra or any extra, I don't think, to make a website look good or look bad, or be clunky or not clunky, but I'm not even going to acknowledge you, TJ. Even though you're hilarious. All right, Natalie's acknowledging. So all of you guys listening to recording the broadcast that aren't on the chat in Facebook Live here will miss TJ's semi-hilarious comment. All right, so the reality is so many people focus on the pictures and the looks and the layout. And the reality is the copy and what you were trying to accomplish is what's important. The only job of the layout and the looks of your website is to not get in the way of the copy. So many people spend so much time on the looks and what pages should I have and what order. And again, that's super like Web Designer 2000, right? Like I'm good at making stuff prettier. I'm good at this or that or the other, but they don't know anything about results, right? Or they're just, so we got to make sure that when you're putting together your website, the design's only job is to get the result that you want, just like the copy. So a lot of people have great, it looks like $1 million, but the copy's like, this is Mike's cleaning company. We use only green chemicals or no chemicals at all, only green cleaning, and we're best. And we've been in the business since blah, blah, blah. It's a bunch of junk about them that nobody cares about. Nobody takes any action. So I would rather you have an ugly website that looked like crap, white background, black words, that had good sales copy that was engaging to your customer. That your customer's like, that's me. This person understands me. He can solve my pain. I would rather you have that with a clear call to action on, okay, now with these words, these black and white words, it looks terrible. I've identified the pain that you had. I've agitated and let you know that I understand that pain. Now here's a solution, right? And that solution could be some sort of free content like we're doing here. It could be a bid. It could be a free survey of their office or their home. It could be an event, an ebook, a podcast. There's 1,000 ways you can solve their problem. But that, and again, you don't have to make it ugly, but that ugly white background, black words, and a button is going to be so much more effective than this beautiful thing that's, we need branding and we need this. And branding pisses me off, right? That's great for Coca-Cola, who can spend $100 million on branding because their customers, anybody who has a mouth and an esophagus, and doesn't care too much about their health. Sorry, Coke. But we as small business owners, even up to 10, 20, $30 million, do not have money for branding. We need direct response marketing. We put something out, money, content, some sort of product or offering out, and we count how many people come back. If we just like, we got branding, people have heard of us, doesn't mean nothing, right? We don't care how many people have heard of you. You might be able to get a Super Bowl ad. Cleaners is not going to help you at all, because what percentage, if you're a commercial cleaner in Cleveland, what percentage of the people watching the Super Bowl are in Cleveland? And what percentage of those people in Cleveland make the decision for commercial cleaning in their area? You can spend millions of dollars and get like 9 eyeballs, right? So it is really important you get the right messaging and the right media. Andrew says, I like WordPress, Divi content, and Yoast SEO, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so again, exactly what we're talking about, Andrew. WordPress is just a tool to build websites on, and it's fine. I've got no problem with WordPress. SEO, search engine optimization, is fine. That's just a way to get Google to go, hey, I'm an authoritative site, send me traffic. Google ads are another way, or listings, or all of that crap are just ways to get people to send you traffic. The problem is, if you send traffic to a website that's like, hi, I'm Mike's Cleaning, here's all this crap about me, with no call to action, no understanding their pain, no getting them to know that you can help them, it doesn't matter how much traffic you get, right? So it's really important. There's 2 pieces. There's the traffic and the conversion. The website and the words on the website are responsible for the conversion. If you don't have a converting website, a converting funnel that takes strangers and people that know, like, and trust you, and kind of walks them through strangers and people that understand that you can solve their pain, that want you to solve their pain, that take action and actually give you money, that's a funnel. If you can't move them through the steps, it's not going to do any good to just have a beautiful website with tons of traffic. I'd rather have very little targeted traffic, right? I'd rather have, instead of a Super Bowl ad that goes out to everybody, if I'm a commercial cleaner in Cleveland, I'd rather have 50 people that made decisions for commercial cleaning in a room at the Holiday Inn and have an hour to present to them, right? So it's really important. And even when I did present to them, guess what I'm not going to do? Let me tell you about me. Here's how smart I am. Here's what we do. Here's what we're about. We're a Better Business Bureau. We. My mom loves us. They don't care any of that stuff. I'm going to spend the entire hour talking about them and their pain. And then at the very end, I'm going to say, here's how I can help you solve it. Carlos says, lots of marketing companies don't deliver results because they want to sell you crap that's easy. Here's some Facebook ad. Here's some SEO. I can get you traffic. But the reality is, you need a result. We don't care about traffic. We don't care about any of that stuff. We want a result. And that result is the right people that need our help coming to us, that understand we can help them, looking for our help. All right. So you guys have got me on a huge rant, because stuff like this really pisses me off. People don't understand marketing and they say it doesn't work or whatever. They're like, I'm number 1 on Google. What does that even mean? By the way, there's no such thing as number 1 on Google. There is such thing as, when I search for this specific set of words at this specific time of day, this company comes up number 1. And you know who actually comes up number 1? The guy who paid for it. You know who comes up organically number 1? Depends on the time of day and the words that I search. So if you search for loudmouth, arrogant, pain in the ass podcaster and I came up, that might get a lot of traffic, and it's of zero value to me, right? It would actually hurt my feelings. I don't know what Natalie's pointing. Apparently she has a blog, loudmouth podcaster, that I'm married to, that won't leave me alone.
No, I was pointing to you, but seeing my screen, it should actually go that way. Or maybe I'm pointing the wrong way.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
There we go. Okay, that guy right there.
You can watch the Neanderthals trying to figure out technology. So the reality is, we've got to understand the goal and work our way backwards. So we don't have the goal, and the goal is just have a website that makes us not look stupid. You can put anything up with your phone number. Call us now. free quote, sign up for a newsletter, blah, blah, blah. That can be just totally ineffective. If you say, I want to understand who my real customer is, I want to communicate to them that I understand their pain, and I want to help them solve that pain, potentially for free with a free ebook or an event or some sort of value, just like we're doing here. And then if I do that enough times, I'm going to build a relationship with them. When they're ready for help, they're going to come to me. Now we can really build something. But if we're just like, we're number one on Google, what does that mean? To whom? Under what search conditions? And are they the right people? And then even then, if they click to your website, are they converting? So we just really have to understand the holistic view of what this website is supposed to do. And if you just want it to look good, so you can tell your friends, hey, Google my thing and it's awesome, which they won't because they don't care about your cleaning company. But if they did and it looks good, you're happy, great. But if you really want to make sure that you're growing your business, we really have to look at it as a tool, not just as a bunch of pretty pictures. Okay. Again, that brings me to so many people, if I just put up a good website and get traffic, it'll bring me money. That's not the case, right? You've got to make sure that, and even on the traffic, the SEO, another thing that pisses me off, people are like, I'm SEO, I paid my guy SEO. All search engine optimization means is you are telling Google that you're authoritative. And there's two ways to do that. You can pay some SEO, black hat or white hat guy, to do stuff like stuffing your keywords in there. And again, that's only one keyword. Putting backlinks, some other websites that are linking to you, some of which may be legitimate and some of which may be illegitimate. There's all these ways to tell Google that you are authoritative. Or we can stop fooling around with all that stuff, and you could just try something crazy and be authoritative, right? The fact that I do 2 Facebook Lives per week, and I've been doing this, and we've got over 400 podcasts and blogs and whatever, we are authoritative. So I don't need to pay an SEO person to convince or trick Google into thinking that I'm authoritative. If you're looking for something having to do with grow my cleaning company, we've got a community and a buzz, and Google knows I'm authoritative. So I would really try and back off the SEO, search engine optimization, trying to trick Google into thinking that you're authoritative, and just be authoritative. Own your space. The good thing is I've got a global market here with all of you guys, and it's hard. I shouldn't say it's hard because it's a small niche, but it's relatively hard. If you are in Sarasota, Florida, I promise you there's no cleaner in Sarasota, Florida that owns that space, right? And if you want to be, unless there's someone that's graduated my program, then you might have some trouble. So again, we really want to make sure that we're adding value to people and we're keeping the end in mind. We're not just building stuff. TJ says cat videos. So help me, TJ. I shake my fist at him in frustration. He always busting chops. All right. What else are we talking about? So yeah, and I think we did cover the good websites don't have to be super fancy. So many people spend thousands of dollars on a website to look great. And just like Carlos said, lots of marketing companies don't deliver results. So the problem is they do deliver results, but they don't know what it is that you want. So their results might be you have a website that looks like $1 million. They might even get traffic to it. And they go, well, if the phone doesn't ring, that's not our fault. Again, and that could be your fault for not clarifying expectations. So we have to make sure that we've got the expectation that we are going to get the phone to ring with the right people that are already pre-sold, know what we want, they're interested in it, they want our help, and then we work backwards from that. And I would much rather, honestly, see you have 2 or 3 funnels, and a funnel can just be literally a landing page. So typically, your customer is going to have pain, right? 2 or 3 pains. For you guys, it might be, I need more customers. I need more employees. I want to work less. I want to have more control over my schedule. I want to scale. I don't know who my niche is. There's all sorts of pains you might have. Hey, Maria, we finally got our first UK person. Good evening, Maria. Nice to have you. So the reality of the situation is I have multiple funnels for each pain. So you might want to find a pain that maybe your customer has the pain of, they feel like one of my Millionaire Mastermind guys, Spencer's talking about his folks feel like they're not, God bless it, I forgot what his is. All right, I'll just give you a random one because I forgot you're a Spencer. Sorry, buddy. But they're not communicating, right? You're communicating. Your cleaner's not communicating. So you might have pain, and you might have some bullet points about that. And the solution might be download this free ebook to get your cleaning company to communicate better, or to switch to a cleaning company that's going to communicate better. And you can take them through a funnel of steps of, I don't know who you are, to now I've got some information, you give me some value, to I want some more value, and they keep. The next logical step should always be to go forward and get more value from you. So I feel like I'm spent on ranting. Natalie, fill in the blanks. What am I missing? Bring some class to our broadcast here, sister.
I think to make it a little bit simpler, I think you've used in an analogy previously that getting traffic to your website without actually having anybody have a call to action or what to do. They've got like 32 different tabs up on their browser. They've got an attention span shorter than a goldfish. That's like literally a stat. And they're not paying attention to really what's going on in your page. So if your page is going to look like every other cleaner in your area's website, they're
Call
just going to
now
be
for a free
calling.
estimate.
Right. Call now, call now, call now. And they just want to find out who's the cheapest, who can get out there quicker. And they're not really interested in solving their pain. You kind of have to teach them what they're really interested in. And you can do that by being very clear with the call to action on your website. A little bit like dating, right? You spend a ton of money going on this date with a girl, and you get your car, you get it all detailed, you go to the restaurant, and you spend all this money, and then you sit down to have a conversation, and you're like, hey, my name's Bob. I actually make this much money. I do this for a living. And all you do is talk about you, and she's not even remotely interested in you. You've wasted all of that time and money and effort in a date, and you totally ruined it. Same thing with traffic. You can buy a ton of traffic to your website, but when you get there and it just looks like everybody else, it's boring, there's no call to action, they're just going to move on to the next person or call you and try to like price shop and just kind of wander off, and all that money is gone.
For whatever it's worth, I've told Natalie repeatedly if she would stop dating while she was married to me, she wouldn't have these bad experiences, but
It is market research, Mike. Market research.
She says that, but I don't know. I'm still very uncomfortable. Neil, good to have you on the broadcast. All right, so let me sum up. The big thing and the big thing you want to know on the websites is, first and foremost, we've got to start with the end in mind. We have to know who our customer is. That's a different topic for a different day, but so many people aren't really clear on what their customer's pain is. They sell what they want to sell. I want to sell green cleaning, so we're going to talk about green cleaning. I'm really proud of the fact that we've been in business for 50 years. I have 20 employees, or A+ on the Better Business, blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is you want to sell, that's what you want to talk about. They're not interested in that. So we have to start by really understanding who our customer is, what their pain is, and how to communicate it in a way that's effective. Once we have that, we have to communicate. Now we can use a website to attract the right customers, right? If I'm attracting people of, Angelica says what's called action. I promise I'll get to you, sister. If I'm attracting soccer moms to my website on how to grow a cleaning company and none of them own a cleaning company, there's no way I can be compelling. But if I don't know who my customers are, right, and that's the importance of a niche, it's really easy to attract you guys because I know exactly who you are, where you hang out, and how to serve you. You want to make sure you know your customers, right? So we want to make sure that we're attracting the right people. We've got the right message, which speaks to their pain, and the call to action on how to solve that pain. So to answer your question, Angel, an example of a call to action, there could be a ton. One could be join our Facebook group, right? If you serve car dealers in Pocatello, Idaho, Spencer, you might have a Facebook group that's just for car dealers in Pocatello, Idaho. That could be a call to action. If you serve them, it could be, hey, find, 5 ways to increase your quality control scores, because that's important for new car dealers. And that could be an ebook. It could be, hey, come to a special lunch and learn only for car dealers on how to get more ups, or whatever you want to, whatever. So it could be anything. You could give them a free book, a free ebook, an event. You can invite them to a podcast, subscribe to your Facebook page. Any way that you can bring value to them. And that's the trick. Everyone's like, call now for a free estimate. Call now for a free estimate. We're trying to get them. Hey, Miranda Deal, so glad to have you. We got our friend from the islands out there. Everyone wants to do what they want to do, which is sell crap. If you just start giving value to them and try and help them solve their pain, they will come by. And it's so much easier to let them buy from you than try to sell to them. TJ says, Mike, if you started a cleaning service website, which would you have? A contact for quote call to action? No, I would never have a call now thing, because we just met you. Again, that's like on Natalie's dating thing. It would be like me going to the bar and be like, hi, want to come home with my family? Slap. Want to come home, over and over. No one's going to say yes. And the one that does say yes, I don't want that girl to come to my house and be my family anyway. Right. I would start with something like, what's your name? Right? Or, can we have a conversation? Right. So, yeah. So anyway, that's that. Natalie, you said it looked like you want to have something. We're going to give you the last word, young lady.
Yeah, just on the call to action, typically you just want one.
Yes, I'm giving you lots of calls to actions. You would never have more than one call to action on one website. So that's a perfect example. We don't want to sell everything, but that's what we're trying to do with one web page. They've been there for 19 seconds, right? Call now and give us money. We want one call to action. And everything on the web page is to get them to take that one specific call to action, not this, and then we're going to sell them that, and then tell them how great we are, and all this other crap, right? If I approach my lovely, bride before we're married, Natalie, at the bar, I'm not going to be like, what's your name? Can I buy a drink? Can I have your phone number? Here's where I live. Can we hang out? She's overwhelming. I'm going to say, what's your name? And my only goal is to get her to speak to me, right? And then after that, the next call to action might be something. So we want to take it step by step as opposed to trying to get too many things at once. All right. If you would like a system to attract customers as opposed to a website that doesn't work, what's it called that isn't scalable? Oh, somebody rang our doorbell. And now our dog is going to freak out. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's annoying on my end. If you would like a system to attract customers instead of a website that doesn't work and all this garbage that may or may not be working, go to growmycleaningcompany.com. We have a free masterclass. Look at that. There is our call to action right here. It is a free masterclass. It's the best of everything that we put together. Can you hear that on your end, the dogs?
I sure can. I'm going to go deal with it.
Shut up? That would be fantastic.
I will.
All right. So if you want a system to attract customers, go to growmycleaningcompany.com for a free masterclass, which is some of the best stuff that I've done on kind of how to get started. So, and that is a funnel. So do you guys see this is traffic, right? Everybody's here. And I've done my best to give you guys as much value. Tammy says her dogs went crazy hearing my dogs. Great. Hopefully across the globe, we have pissed off dogs and we've got angry barking dogs throughout the world. That will make me sleep better at night. So again, always wanting to do what I coach you guys to do. This would be content, free content, traffic, right? I'm going to send you to my website. Go to my cleaning company. Oh, Carlos, you're better than that. Says who let the dog out. I'm going to invite you to go to my website, growmycleaningcompany.com. So there will be more value there. You can certainly subscribe to the podcast or blah, 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 blah. But what I'm going to tell you to do to get started is to watch the free masterclass. It's the best of the teachings I've got. That's another lead magnet. That's another offer that's going to give you more value. And I'll spoiler alert, at the end of that, there's going to be another free offer to give you even more value. So hopefully you guys see I'm teaching you to do exactly what I'm doing. And we have literally hundreds of customers. I have more people coming to me that want help than I really have time to serve them through the stuff that we're teaching you. So, and again, if any of this stuff resonated and you're like, oh, I wonder if this guy's any good, I would go to my website either way, whether you want my help or not, just to go, can he actually do the things that he's talking about? Does this work? What does his funnel look like? So anytime you've got a marketer, good or bad, that you like or don't like, you got to learn from them, right? So if you go to my website and it's junk and turns you off, you want to learn from that. Make sure you fix your website. We've got a lot of dog-based chat in the thing. I'm trying to help you guys change your lives, for crying out loud. So anyway, growmycleaningcompany.com. Sign up for the free masterclass. That is the call to action I'm giving you guys, and it's to bring more value into your world. And after that, there'll be more value. There's always more value, and that's exactly the funnel I want you guys to get for your folks. Really appreciate you guys sticking with me. We will be back on Thursday. Hello to our recorded folks. You guys are the best community ever. Thanks for hanging. We'll talk soon. Thanks for tuning in to today's show. If you're fired up, ready to grow, and want to see if you have what it takes to work with us at Grow My Cleaning Company, here's what I want you to do right now. Go to growmycleaningcompany.com/talk. That's growmycleaningcompany.com/talk to book an appointment to speak with me personally. I'm going to jump on the phone with you to get you crystal clear on where you are now, where you want to be, and how to get you there. Don't walk around in the dark any longer. If you are serious about growing your cleaning company, it's time to finally get the systems in place that you need to grow. We've helped hundreds of owners of cleaning companies not only grow their business and their personal freedom, but give back to their community as well. If that's what you're looking for, head over to growmycleaningcompany.com/talk and book a time to talk with me personally. I can't wait to get to know you and your business.